I got broads in Atlanta, just to lean the family, credit cards in the scammers.
Hello guys, this is Vijay. Here I come with a new video which explains reversing a given number using a simple C program. Okay, let us start the session now. If the user give the input 6453, the output should be 3546. In such a way that if a user give a number which is ended with a 0 like 7630, the output should be 0367. But obviously if we use an integer in our C program, we are not getting this expected output. Instead of that, we are getting the output as 367 instead of 0367, which is wrong. Here I come with a solution to overcome this issue. First, let us see how to reverse a given number in as usual form. If the user give the input 6453, so that now I am giving an overview of my program. What I'm going to do, first of all, I'm going to get an input. So get an input from the user here, which is an integer. Now I'm going to calculate the reverse number. On the second step, what I'm going to do, I'm getting calculating the reverse remainder of the given number. So calculating the remainder of the given number. Meanwhile, I have declared one integer variable on the name of a reverse. Here I am going to do a multiplication with the 10. So do multiplication by 10 of reverse variable and add this remainder to this reverse number. So add this remainder to it. Moreover, I'm going to sum this reverse number on each step. On fourth step, I'm going to do division of the given number by 10 on each step. Then I'm going to put step numbers 2, 3 and 4 together in a while loop with the condition the given number is not equal to 0. With these simple 5 steps, we are going to calculate the reverse of a given number. So let us get into the program. Today I'm not going to open any online compiler. Instead of that, I'm going to open a Turbo C. Actually, there are a lot of IDs available in the market, but this is a very basic simple program so that we can use this Turbo C. So I'm going to open a new file. So new, I'm going to save this as a reverse. This is a reverse number program with integer. So reverse hyphen integer.c. Click OK. Okay, the file is already existing, so I'm going to cancel this. Save a new file. Save as, just say rev reverse integer.c. Okay, now I'm going to include our header file as usual, as include stdio.h. Now I'm going to follow the steps which I have given. So void main. First, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get step number 1, get an input from the user. So for getting the input, I'm going to use scanf. So scanf, I'm going to get the number. So percentage %d, I'm going to store it in a variable called number. So num. For understanding purpose, I am declaring a message here. Printf, enter the number to be reversed, so that it will be helpful to for better understanding. Then I'm going to follow the step number 2 here, calculating the remainder of the given number. So a remainder is equal to given number percentage by 10. So the remainder value will be saved in the remainder variable. On the next step, I'm going to do the multiplication by 10 of reverse variable and add this remainder to it. Moreover, going to sum this reverse on each step. So I'm going to multiply the reverse variable into 10. Then I'm going to add this remainder to it and need to save this reverse variable on each step. So going to store this variable value here. Step 3 is done. On the next step, going to do division of the given number by 10 on each step. So given number is equal to number divides by 10. So this step also done. On the next step, going to put step number 2, 3 and 4 together in a while with the condition given number is not equal to 0. So I'm implementing this step here. I'm going to put the steps in a while loop. So while where up to the given number is not equal to 0, I'm doing open braces here, then closing here. Now the operation is done. Our value, the output will be stored in the variable reverse. So I'm printing here printf new line or the reversed number is, though this is an integer, so percentage %d, this is in reverse. So close it. One more important point I need to tell here, this is not a good practice or to declare a variables which are going to be used in our program in the initial itself. Instead of that, we should type all of our code. After that, at the ending, we can declare our variables which have been used in our code. So here I have used a variable called num, that is integer. So int num, comma, here I used one more variable or reverse. Here I am going to make it as 0 initially. Then I have used one more variable reminder. Then that's it. So here I'm going to save this file save. I'm going to compile this. There is no errors and warnings. I'm going to run this. Okay, enter the number to be reversed. I need to give the input here. I'm going to give the input 6, 5, 6543, enter. Okay, actually this is turbo CID, so to see the output on the screen we need to give get ch, means a get character function. It will wait until a character is pressed on the screen so that we can see the output on the screen. Also we can use clear screen here to clear the previous output on the screen so that it will be very much clear to see. To use these two functions we should include conivo.h. So I'm saving this file now. Save. I'm going to compile this. There is no errors. I'm going to run this file. Now it is asking enter the number to be reversed. I'm giving 3 4 5 6. The output is 6543. It is working fine as expected. For confirmation I'm running again with another input, means 7689. So the output is 9867. This is also fine. At the starting I have explained an issue with the current code. If the user give the input 7630, the output should be 0367, but we are not getting. Okay, let us try this input 7630 on our code. 7630. So run this 7630. We should get the output as 0367, but output is 367, which is wrong. 367, which is wrong. Okay, I have the solution to overcome this issue. Here we are using the integer number to store our variable, so that only this problem occurs here. Instead of that we can go for strings or character arrays. So I'm going to open a new file. I'm going to save this file as reverse string.c, which means we are not going to reverse any string. Instead of that we are going to store an integer variable as a string, so that it will be treated as a string, so that the output will be clear. Okay, let me explain this, the overall concept first, so that it will be useful, it will be easy to understand you people. Okay, on first step what I'm going to do, get the number as input from the user and store it as a string or a character array, char array, right? Now what I'm going to do on the second step, calculating the length of the input. So here I'm going to do a swapping operation. For an example, if I am getting the input, if input is whatever, it can be entered with 0 or either a normal number. So I'm going to give input as 567, so 5647. So I'm going to do a swapping operation here, means I'm going to place the first value 5 in the last position, the last value 7 in the first position, the second value 6 in the second last position, the second last position value 4 will be placed in the second position. Means the output will be, here I'm going to do swapping operation, so that output will be 7 4 6 5. Even if you give any number which is ended with 0, there is no problem, means we are not going to calculate any mathematical operation here. We are just going to do a swapping operation in a string, so that output will be fine. Let us get into the code now. As we all know, just started with header file hash include stdio.h. Obviously we need to include the conio. So conio.h for using the clear screen and get ch functions. I'm going to use void main. As I said earlier, we should not declare any variable before we are typing our code, so that I'm directly entering the code. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get an input from the user scanf. I'm going to store it in a string or a character array, so that I'm using percentage %yes. I'm storing it in number variable, which is a type character array. Here I'm giving the print message, enter a number to be reversed. First step is over. Now I'm going to do a swapping operation. Before that we need to calculate the length of it. So I'm going to use one more length. I'm going to use a string function, string length of num, so that the length will be stored here. Okay, as of now we can print these values. So I have used a variable character array, so character num, just I'm going to use 5. Then here I used one more variable len, so this is integer, so int len. I'm going to use a clear screen function, cl or ser. Okay, then to see the output in the screen I'm going to use get ch function. Okay, this is done. I'm going to save this file and going to run this. Save. Okay, I need to print this length, so printf new line length of the number is, okay, percentage d len. Okay, okay, I'm going to save this file. Okay, this is already existing. Okay, let us save this, then compile. There is no errors. I'm going to run this file. Okay, we need to give the input, which is 6452. So the length of the number is 4. I'm going to run this program one more time. This time I'm going to give the number which is ended with 0, 3450. There is no problem in calculating the length. Even if you give the number which is ended with 0, the length is fine now. So now I'm going to do the swapping operation. Now the printer statement is not needed. You have checked this one, this is fine. So I'm going to use a temp variable here. Temp. First what I need to do, I need to swap, or else I need to take a backup of the first value of that number. Means the number which is present at the first position, means I'm going to back up the number of 0, because this is an character array. So in that 0th position we have the first number. So this is a sequence of operation, so that I'm going to do a while loop. I will enter the condition after that. Okay, what I'm going to do here, first I'm going to use a variable I, which represents the starting position of that string. Then I'm going to use a variable j, which represents the last position of the variable num. So it will be len minus 1, because the array is starting with 0. So here I'm giving the condition I less than or equal to j. So I'm going to take the backup of the starting value. So the starting value is present in number of 0. 0 is stored in I, so I'm going to use num I. So now what I'm going to do, in num of I means in starting position, I'm going to store the ending of that string. So the end value is present in num of j, so I'm going to store this one into num of I. So what happens, the first position value is replaced by the last position value, and we have already backup of the first position value, so that we need to replace it to the replace it in the last position. So I'm going to store this num of j position with the temp value. I hope you people understand this one. These are num variables, so these are character variables, so that I'm going to declare here. This is temp, then okay, temp only I have used here, then integers int, so I, then j. Actually this is a string, so that we should have a null terminator at the end. uh, okay, we need to increment the starting position, so that we are giving I plus plus. We need to decrement the ending position towards the starting, so that we need to use j minus minus here. Then in that last position we should have a null terminator. So num, we know the last position, that is len minus 1. So after len minus 1 we should have a null terminator, so I'm using len, omitting the minus 1 here. uh, that is null terminator. Okay, this code is done. I'm going to print our end value here, printf. The reversed number is, this is string, so that I'm going to use percentage yes number. Save this program. I'm going to compile this. There is no errors. I'm going to run this program. Enter a number to be reversed. I'm giving the number 4563. The output is 3654, which is correct. But we need to check our complications are gone or not, which means the number which is ended with 0, it should also be correct when it is reversed. 0612. Yes, we have done it. Now we have overcome the complications. Now we can use any number with this program, whether it is ended with 0 or not, we don't care about that. Even if you give the number which is not ended with 0, you will get the exact output in this program, so there is no worries. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you.